staying warm wherever you're joining us from. And the opening tip-off is going to go towards Penn State as Mia Jacobs was trying to chase it down, but the Lady Lions come away with it first. Bounce pass out to Cleon. Out to Steele, who drives quickly inside against Atute, cannot finish. She hits the deck hard, and a whistle gets called.
Already Atute asserting her dominance in the paint. Has a plethora of blocks as well on this season. Let's put her hands up. Will be Penn State ball, though. It's
Mendelson, who just mentioned a moment ago. Size up against Atute, out for a quick three-pointer. Penn State knocks it down. It's Nyla McFadden with a three-pointer.
Yeah, freshman from Fort Lauderdale. Way to get going for the Lady Lions.
Now the Ducks on offense, and their star player in Katie Fiso comes up with the back to Sophia Bell. Ducks come in shooting 46% from the field, 10th in the Big Ten. Fiso passes out, and it gets swiped away. Steele, who hits the deck. Sophia Bell all alone, 2-on-1 for Penn State. Bounce pass back to Steele. She gets up the shot and wins the battle against Fiso.
Yeah, that's just the wrong read from Katie Fiso, and what a job by Shaylin Steele to step in front of that one and take it all the way to the house.
Oregon quickly down by 5. Fiso in the corner, drives baseline. It's Ari Long. Inside, looking for Atute, and again stolen away by the Lions. Up ahead, all alone, it's Cleon. And she will finish it off the front of the iron of the rim. And it falls through. So 7-0 Penn State with just over a minute played in this one, and Kelly Graves calls a timeout. Not the start that Oregon was looking for in their home arena, but for the Lady Lions, that's
like you said, down 7. That's something Carolyn Kier's really efficient about, those turnovers. She coaches great defensive players. You already see on display for the Lady Lions.
Ducks go quick out of the timeout. Sophia Bell cannot hit the corner 3. He'll stay with possession with the Ducks. Fiso, quick pass in the long. Atute. Fiso with the ball, averaging 16 points right now in conference play. Gives it up to her star guard in long. Fades away off the back iron, rebounded by Jacobs. Trying to put a shot back up. She cannot get it to fall in. So much contact happening under the basket. And it's going to go with the Lady Lions.
That's tough defense from the Lady Lions. And Mia Jacobs almost gets that rebound. Penn State's putting on a shift right now.
Penn State came to play on a 9-game losing streak coming into the ball game. Steele underneath the basket, blocked by Bell, and Jacobs grabs the miss. Up ahead, Sophia Bell already has 1 3-point attempt this time. It doesn't fall in again. 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. But the Ducks again, another opportunity. Jacobs off the back iron. Nothing falling here for the Ducks so far. McFadden against Fiso. 7 points in the loss against Washington a few nights ago. Spin moves her way to the basket and gets fouled as she goes up.
That's a close one, just tough defense in the paint. And those type of plays can kind of go either way. It really just matters whoever's in the paint for the Ducks just needs to keep their hands straight up and just try not to swat down. It's such a tempting thing when you think you can get a good hand on the basketball, but they'll go to the line.
McFadden at the line. One of the 5 freshmen that you mentioned, Dylan, in the open. Such a young roster, and you got to think, too, that's been a big part of some of the struggles. 7-13 coming in, 0-9 conference play, but they haven't played together, really, besides the season.
No, they haven't. And, Nyla McFadden, 27 minutes versus Washington last game, and she's been starting again in the starting lineup more and more. So see that down the stretch for Penn State, these young players getting incorporated.
Remains 7-0. Fiso on the other end had separation. Now steps up into the shot and cannot knock it down. Atute running it down, and she gets it. Another offensive board for the Ducks. Ducks 0 of 6 from the field so far. Jacobs against McFadden. Now Atute from the free throw line. Quick bounce, and it can't fall through.
Shots just are not falling anyway. It's really just frustrating for the Ducks. They couldn't really get it going versus Minnesota either. That's been one of the struggles. The go-to shooting, it hasn't been there for Oregon.
Cleon cannot knock down the three-pointer. Penn State, on the other hand, 3 of 5 from the arc, now 3 of 6 after that shot. It's Fiso trying to get the scoring started. Cannot there. Atute again, the offensive board, but it gets stolen down. The Penn State bench comes alive. See what the whistle is. Atute and Cleon both ended up on the ground trying to go for the loose ball.
Yeah, I think I saw maybe a kick ball is what the ref was signifying over there. Again, it's just chaotic underneath the paint. And, Penn State doesn't have their 6'6" center in Merkel. They're trying to find other ways to compete, and they're competing in every way against Atute down there.
It's Kiyomi McMiller. Second on the team in points with 18. Stolen away again by the Ducks. It's Sophia Bell who's trapped. Now has to bring it up to Katie Fiso. And so Rambus checks in the ball game as well, first time today. Long bounce pass inside to a cutting Rambus. Tries to get it up and it falls in. Rambus off the bench. First 2 points on the board for the Ducks.
And that breaks the deadlock. And Sarah Rambus, it might be a big game for her. She has the height and she could really affect this game for Oregon.
Cleon, Euro stepping her way through the defense. Now Santana in the corner and she answers for the 2 on the other end.
Rotation just too late. Santana, she can be a knockdown shooter whenever she wants to. Transferred from NJCAA school in Eastern Arizona. She's found a home there in State College. Knocks it down.
Yeah, she played 61 games there at Eastern Arizona. Sophia Bell on the other end. And now team starting to trade shots. Sophia Bell with a close range there.
Yeah, great way to use her body from Sophia Bell. And just get one right down in the middle of the paint.
6-point lead for the Lady Lions. As inside, they're looking for Santana, who just hit a 3 on the last possession. Now she tries to cut inside, cannot make the shot fall in. Fiso with the board. Almost got tipped away. Ari Long drives in, left-handed finish.
Doesn't matter. Maggie Mendelson had the height advantage there, but Ari Long has the speed that she can just blast by any defender she wants to.
After starting 0 for 6 from the field, Ducks are now 3 of their last 3. Pick up some momentum. Cleon hits the deck, and Long gonna get called with the foul. Kelly Graves does not love that one right there. Immediately jumped out of his seat.
And it kind of seems that Mendelson moved into that screen. Not one that's gonna get a review or anything like that. But again, just tough ones that Oregon just have to take on the chin and move past.
Cleon able to dish it out. It's still in the corner. Ronnie Solovich, first time in the game today for Penn State. Now drives inside. Santana off the glass, and Jacobs right there to grab it. Ducks with numbers on the other end. Ari Long all alone from the left corner. And again, just a little bit short. Both teams moving very quickly. On the other end, cutting to the basket, it's Cleon. And it's gonna go to the Ducks. Basket will not count, as it looks like she pushed off when she was driving in.
That could have been a big one for Penn State. And I think it's that left arm that drags down Ari Long's, arm trying to block that shot. That's a tough one for the Nittany Lions. And that's a good break for Oregon as well. You would have been down by 6, and that would have been a great finish. The momentum shifting one high off glass. But now Katie Fiso has the ball. Let's see what Oregon can do.
Ducks have been in uncomfortable territory the past few games. Again, coming off that loss to Minnesota. It's Rambus inside, trying to size up the Penn State interior. Grabs her own miss, puts it back up, and is fouled once again. Hasn't been her year under the basket. She still stepped up, though. Scored in every single game this year. Had 2 points in the loss against Minnesota. She's been averaging about 6 points over her last 6 games. The first free throw falls through. But as one of the taller players, though, on this Oregon roster, she's vital to that interior.
Yeah, especially in this game. We talked about it. No Gracie Merkel. She is the tallest player on the court. It will be her game to shine.
Rambus goes 2 of 2. Ducks able to claw their way back, make it a 2-point ball game. And Oregon quickly down 6-0 to open up this game. Ronnie Solovich at the point, guarded by Fiso. Gets the bounce pass back, trying to feed it out. Mariah Murray, no points to her name yet. McFadden Ducks with the intense defense. Now McFadden drives in against Avery Kane. Puts up a floater, and a travel gets called.
That's another one on McFadden. And she's been moving really silky throughout the paint. Just backing down Avery Kane, who's a strong, tenacious defender. And a travel. Just another one not going the Lady Lions' way.
Ducks with a chance to tie or take their first lead of the game. Jacobs. Bounce pass. Rambus again going through and takes down McMiller with her. That was actually Rachel Coco, excuse me, and she hit the deck hard. It is going to be a foul against Penn State. It will stay with the Ducks.
Bodies are flying. It's WrestleMania. I don't know what's happening. Will be Oregon ball, yes.
Fiso on the inbound. Up to Bell. Rambus leading the way out there with 4 points. Fiso, none to her name yet. Changes that right there with the layup. And now we're tied at 10 apiece.
Storm back in this one after down 7. You need Katie Fiso to get going. She's prolific in every single part of the floor.
It's Maggie Mendelson. Replacing Gracie Merkel in the lineup today. Rane Salovic in the corner. Three-pointer on the way for Penn State. Miss from Santana. Now another one. She'll get a second effort. Pump fakes. Now drives in. Kicks it out. Rane Salovic for 3. Again, doesn't fall in. So now a tale really of two different stories in this first quarter. Everything wasn't falling for the Ducks in the first 5 minutes. Then they started hitting all the shots. Now Penn State can't really hit much.
And that's also what a timeout does. Kelly Graves, since calling that timeout, Oregon's been on a 10-3 run. You know, they've really took control of this whole thing.
Clayant coming off a 9-point performance against the Huskies. She'll inbound it. Gets into Mendelson. Clayant double teamed in the corner by Bell and Rambus. Lions down to 8 seconds and through the cup. It's Rane Salovic for her first points of the night. Quickly, Oregon going up ahead. Avery Kane cannot finish on the coast-to-coast. Now a back and forth as Rane Salovic trying to make it 2 in a row. Couldn't there. Fast-paced game between the Nittany Lions and the Oregon Ducks.
Really coast-to-coast and physical, too.
Inside to Jacobs. Gets tipped around and stolen by Mendelson. 6 combined turnovers between both sides. Now tipped away. Kane almost got a hand on it. Murray. Averaging 9 points. Tipped away, and the Ducks come away with it again.
It's just this defense for Oregon. I mean, turnovers for Penn State, they're last in the Big Ten. And Oregon just such a high steal rate, too.
Fiso going to take it back, try to settle her team down. Also had double-digit points, 10 to be exact, in the loss against Minnesota. Euro stepping her way through the basket. And an easy finish there.
That's crispy and clean from Katie Fiso, and that's how you define her game. Her driving to the rim, she's a really dangerous point guard.
Clayant. Just 2 points to her name. Puts up the short mid-range. It doesn't fall through. Fiso on the other end, pushing it ahead. Trying to take on 2 different Lady Lions. Now gives it up to a cutting Jacobs inside, left-handed, and it's good once again. Ducks with their first lead of the night, 14-12. About 30 seconds to play. Penn State trying to answer on the other end, and they can't.
Some more, wasted possessions for Penn State, and it's really, like I was saying, a tale to how this Oregon defense has clamped down, cut off all the passing lanes. It's been forced passes from both sides, Saul, but Penn State's been getting the back end of it in this first quarter.
Sophia Bell trying to get it, and it's tipped away by Rane Salovic. That'll stop the clock at 8.5. So we'll get a few subs on the floor. Mina Mohammed and Estera Tuhina coming on for the Ducks. We'll see Saliovic and Murray take a seat for Penn State. Tuhina inbound to Katie Fiso. Looking for the screen, trips up, now gets back up. 5 seconds remain, out to Rambus. Last second shot, rattles around and in, and that's gonna end the first quarter here at MKA.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
You run a horns play. Get her through into the paint, get her into some space, and McMiller play the hot hand. That's how you come back into a game.
McMiller with 8, Rambus with 12. Star scores for their team. Now Muhammad triple teamed inside, gets the shot off. But it gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Just the versatility of these bigs for Oregon is what's been making the Lady Lions struggle. They're needing to claw their way to really get a steal. And you saw in the first quarter, it worked out. And they got some blocked shots. But since Muhammad's come into the game, it's been really tough to guard her and Rambus.
Muhammad, her second trip to the free throw line. Sarah Barhoum checks in for the first time today. Ducks 4 of their last 5. And some close ball games over the past few weeks. 5-point loss to the Golden Gophers on Wednesday. And then they had the double overtime loss to Wisconsin. Kelly Graves said that that's a game that they should have won. They were leading at some point, had a lot of opportunities over in Madison, but just couldn't come away with the victory there. And then before that, back-to-back losses against ranked opponents in Michigan State and Iowa. As not quite sure for the stoppage and play right there. The official over talking with Caroline Keeger, the head coach for Penn State. And now the Lady Lions are going to go to the bench for a moment, and nope, they say we're going to go back.
A little indecision right there, but will be Muhammad's free throws. Like you were saying, just quickly about your point about Oregon, they've had a tough stretch. They've lost 4 in a row, but 3 of those teams are top 16 in the net rankings. So it's been a tough stretch for Oregon, and they've lost frustratingly these games. Kelly Graves mentioned it, like you said. They thought they should have won against the Badgers. Here's one that you need just to get on the books and then take that momentum into tougher games later.
Muhammad stays perfect from the free throw line. Sophia Bell even said, too, after the loss to Minnesota, they were frustrated. They really were, and I mean, you got to be, right? You're losing 4 games in a row. There's not much good you could take away with it, despite having those close games. It feels almost a little bit more defeating, as inside McMiller, again, able to knock down the teardropper, and she gets fouled. 3-point opportunity. Almost feels a little bit more frustrating when you're losing those close games that you have an opportunity to win.
Yeah, it's always the age-old question you get asked. Would you rather the team be elite and right there and lose at the end, or just be the complete opposite? And Oregon, they want to be in that elite category. They can turn these games around. It's just about finishing it up.
McMiller capitalized on the and one. Down to an 8-point lead for the Ducks. Come in tied for 13th in the Big Ten standings. They have a tough schedule ahead. Now stolen away by McMiller. 3 Ducks in front of her. McMiller trying to make move towards the basket, gives it up. Ronnie Salovich kicks it out. Shaylin Steele, top of the arc. A little bit short there. Now Fiso finding Muhammad up ahead. And Fiso with the vision to find her star forward.
It was a little like getting back. Just kind of ran into something on the other end when she fell to the ground, but way to get back up and just deliver an absolute dart to Muhammad.
McMiller, 11 points so far. The shot doesn't fall for Penn State. Closing in on 2 minutes in this first half. It was a slow start for the Ducks, but then they started to pick things up, outscoring Penn State 16-12 after being down 7-0 in the first quarter. Rambus looking for some more points, up to 12. Can't get 14 there. Ronnie Saliovic underneath the basket, underneath.
She's been a good pickup for Penn State in the international portal. From Assanio, Switzerland. She's played on for the Swiss national teams in the U17 and U16 groups. And she's putting on a show when she has her minutes this year, and see it tonight. She's a tough player, 5'7", but she's playing bigger than her size and getting some good layups in off glass.
73% from the charity stripe this season. She cashes in there. Seven-point deficit for the Lady Lions. Ducks on the other end. Ari Long, been quiet so far, 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field. Sophia Bell trying to get going. And now Janiyah Williams on the moving shot, doesn't sink in. The Ducks using most of their roster in today's game. Williams the first time we see her on the court. Now Penn State starting to eye some momentum. Steele, high post, out to Mendelson. Ronnie Salovich, drive inside. And a whistle, it'll stay with Penn State.
It's a wayward pass, but they're moving around these screens. Maggie Mendelson is setting that high pick and roll, and they're just moving around the arc, trying to find any place to cut. But Oregon's doing a solid job of getting around that screen from Mendelson, stepping up and cutting off all angles. Something this Oregon team prides themselves on is, tough defense, not letting any really driving, layups.
Ronnie Salovich inbounds. Mariah Murray, also no points to her name yet. Ronnie Salovich has to put up a shot with time expiring. Oh, it teardrops in. Ronnie Salovich against Williams with a shot clock expiring.
That's a beautiful bucket. Nothing else to say.
And on the other end, a whistle as Jacobs comes up with possession. Wow. And a mismatch, too, with Janiyah Williams standing at 5'9". Saljovic, 5'7". She was still able to get the bucket off.
Yeah, that's called using the angles, going underneath that block and getting it up. Shot clock expiring, you just have to, but Penn State's clawed their way back into this one.
Lady Lions are right there. Long after the screen. And she's able to get it to go. 6-point lead for the Ducks. About 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Battle between two bottom half teams in the Big Ten standings. Looking to end their losing streak. McMiller trying to keep the fire going. Stolen away, gives it up to Ari Long. Shot clock is off. Long with 10 seconds left. Gives it up to a cutting Sophia Bell. Trying to spin her way through. Now gets it out to Jacobs. Loses her handle. Now Williams with 2 seconds. Needs to get a shot off at the buzzer. Off the front iron and missed.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Threes are raining in Eugene. And when it rains, it pours.
Now Atute. Ducks really have a chance to put this one out of reach. Ari Long transition underneath the basket. And she goes down on the floor, fouled. And another trip to the free throw line for Oregon. 17-2 run over the last 5 minutes. This is what Oregon has been searching over the past few games.
And that has been their brand of basketball. See that three from Avery Kane. She knew all the way, and that's a wide open one. But they want to play this fast, aggressive pace, different from last year. Share the ball, spread offense, and they've been doing it. And they're all playing with smiles on their faces. That's, I think, the biggest thing. The charismatic team of Oregon's coming through.
Long at the free throw line. First one falls through. It is a different team than last year. You think about the pieces that they had in Deja Kelly and Peyton Scott, who's actually on the team now as one of the assistant coaches, but it's a different team, right? They have so many pieces that they can go to, and they're showing it right now. Everybody pretty much on the roster that is available has played in today's game. Yeah,
I think that really goes to show. Depth was going to be one of their biggest pieces going into the season, Kelly Graves said, and it's really shown. And just the difference of play style, too. It was what a great coach is, and Kelly Graves is a prolific coach in college basketball. He changes up the play style. He doesn't have a set way to play. He plays to the player's strength, and that's what he's done all season long to aid this talented team.
On the other end, Penn State going to get a trip to the free throw line. Graves comes in, 255 total wins with the Ducks, and possibly 256 after this if Oregon can keep it up, as Amina Mohammed will come on for Mia Jacobs. He's done a nice job of filling the gaps from what this team had 2 years ago when they only won 2 conference games. It was actually their last Pac-12, season in the Pac-12. And they really need to kind of flip the script, something very difficult to do in college basketball, but they did it last year, bringing a lot of key pieces, and even this year, filling those gaps again.
Yeah, and they've gone from great players and great teams all around. They had Sabrina Ionescu a little bit ago, now so prolific in the WNBA, but they're on to this team now. It's a talented group. See Katie Fiso, the guard, and the Oregon team, they just breed good guards that play great basketball.
Rambus gets the pass up ahead. A little push off, and she falls it through. Clayont still at 6 points, moving shot, back iron, a little bit off target. And Ducks try to slow it down. Nearing a minute to go in the third quarter. Rambus pulls up, makes a move inside, backboard, can't grab her own miss. Penn State with some urgency as they move the ball up the floor. Santana had a wide open lane to the hoop, but a whistle called and it goes back to the Ducks.
That's just mental mistakes for Penn State. An off-ball foul. She gets taken out of the game because that's just something you can't afford. And you got to get new faces in the game to try to bring this back somewhat. But mental mistake, you can't have it when you're down by this much, looking to storm back or make a solid push.
Rambus, fade away, free throw, teardropper and in. Sarah Rambus continuing what she had in the first half. Now 16 points, and the Ducks on a 23-3 run. Muhammad pokes it away, up ahead. Has Smith in her sight, now gives it to Fiso, loses her footing. Now back to Muhammad with the vision again, and Muhammad able to finish off the pass from Fiso.
They're putting on a show. They're up by 29, and what was a 6-point deficit, that's been changed by about 23 points.
Murray, Penn State searching for something to show life. Down to 4 seconds. Smith needs to get rid of it, does, to a cutting Murray through the basket. And that might be it right there. Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds to play in the third. Oregon 4 of their last 5. It's Fiso with Steele in her sights. Who's going to give Oregon the last shot? Fiso drives in, clear lane, and lays it in. 3 seconds to go. Penn State trying to get one more shot off. Clayont from half court, way offline, and that'll do it for the end of the third. 74-45. The Ducks came to play out of halftime. Rambus and Jacobs. Rambus the one leading the way with 16 points, 7 to 10 from the field. Majority of that has come from inside the paint. She's really dominated against the Penn State interior. And now the fourth quarter underway. Ducks trying to snap a 4-game skid on their home turf. Fiso, quick feed inside of Rambus, who we just mentioned, trying to add on to her point total, and she does again. 18 points for Sarah Rambus.
That's a return to dominance for Sarah Rambus. Been inconsistent towards conference play. Hasn't started in a good while for the Ducks, but when she gets a chance to shine, she's a really talented player.
Murray going to that card. Rambus fighting for it, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow says it'll stay with Penn State.
Good effort on the ground. Keep that one. The Oregon will go in a little huddle. Up by 31. And there's just nowhere to go for Penn State. They're just running into yellow jerseys everywhere they try to dribble, just carving through the paint.
Sarah Rambus, who went down right there trying to grab it, tied a career-high 18 points in today's game. Still a quarter left to play to try to break it. McMiller on the feet inside, goes up and gets fouled. Ducks have suffered some struggles this year. They lost their star player, Elisa Mevius. They dealt with some injuries, and they've been trying to manage and have stayed close in a lot of ball games, but this is what they were looking for here in today's game. Up big in the fourth. Barhoum back in the game. First time in the second half. Rambus. Out to Long. Maybe trying to get inside. Now kicks it out. Katie Fiso drives in, goes underneath the basket. Oh, nothing but control for Katie Fiso. Looks like slow motion almost.
It's cold. I mean, she's carving through the paint, like you said, in .5 speed. And her game's just so much more sped up than the Penn State defenders. It's good slashing for her going to the paint. And all of her layups. I feel like a lot of her points have been on the layups. That's because that's what she loves to do. She loves to drive in, have a good handle, and when she gets to the paint with a little bit of space, she flicks it up in any direction. Her control down there is impeccable.
Murray missing the three there. A whistle called on Penn State. Rambus, 18 on the night. Out to Long, not too far behind her with 11. Misses there. Muhammad stretching out the arms, can't grab it. Murray, McMiller. Penn State still fighting here in the fourth. Double teamed in the corner. Cleon against Fiso, drives in, right-handed, strong hook, can't finish. Mendelson out to Smith. Her hook shot misses again. On the second chance, Ducks grab it.
That's what I mean by everything's contested. All those shots there, and it was a tough one for Penn State to even put up on that layup from Cleon.
Miller swipes it away after the pass from Fiso. Loses control. McMillan on the other end missed the shot. And Long trying to chase it down. She does. Fiso top of the key. 13 points, 6 of 10 from the field. Rambus. Gives up to Fiso. 6 on the shot clock. Goes up with it. Clear lane to the basket. 80-47. Not what you want to see as a coach, but also for Oregon. If they keep playing like this, they'll be a lot more competitive.
And those 3 games at the end of that slate are exciting as well. You know that's what they're talking about in the locker room. Can we get those wins, and can we compete as well? If you're that good of a team, you're super excited for these games and an opportunity to get better, maybe notch a good win.
Quick whistle after the timeout. Ducks with a majority bench players out there. Tute, the only starter out there for the Ducks. For Penn State, down by 33 points. That's McFadden, drives in, gets fouled. Penn State really came out of the gate swinging. They were up 7-0 in the first quarter, and then Oregon took a timeout, started to pick up some momentum. Second quarter outscored Penn State by just 2. But then that third quarter felt like forever for Penn State, where Oregon put up 34 total points. All it takes is one quarter.
And the key thing that Penn State's been doing, they're driving down that right side of the paint. It's a little bit predictable for them, which makes it easy for Oregon to defend. Just put an arm up on contested layups. That one draws a foul, but it's interesting what Penn State's trying to do. They wish they can go back to that fast-paced offense they had in the first half, where they were knocking down some shots.
Here's Tahina and the Ducks. Not needing to do much, up by 32. Everybody but Williams and Barhoum, both on the floor right now, have scored for Oregon. It's Tute off the pass from Tahina. Now Tute, 7 points on the day.
Tahina, that transfer from Washington State, put together great seasons there for the Cougars. And that's a great transfer to get for the Ducks as a bench guard in their last year of eligibility, just showing out and being such an energy player, and that's what she's been all season.
Shot McFadden, rattles in. Gets Penn State a little bit closer. Tahina did not play in the last game against Minnesota. Ducks were really missing her presence, and now she comes out trying to finish this game for Oregon. Whistle, Muhammad looking for a Tute on the inside. The Mevius injury definitely hurt this team. Suffered it in the Montana game on November 8th, but again, outside of that, you look up and down the roster, there's just so many players that you can point to and say, all right, that's been an impactful player for Oregon, as that one swiped away by Penn State. Murray comes away with it. And now Penn State with numbers on the other end. Ronnie Salovich, too much on that shot, and it goes out of bounds.
The crowd will let him hear it. And, just going back to your point about Oregon, no Mevius, and that was a big loss. It was a really frustrating one for the team as well in garbage time of that Montana game. But like you said, there's players that have stepped up major. Talk about Avery Kane, the transfer from UCLA, stepped up into the shooting role. Collectively, the defensive effort that Mevius gave has been reciprocated around the whole team. So she's still around the team all the time, and she's really helping in the locker room as well, and she's really excited to be back next season too.
Pass from Murray gets tipped out of bounds. At this point in the season, too, it's always a grind really throughout the entire season, but especially when you get to the end of January, beginning of February, end point of the season as the shot there from McFadden doesn't fall through. Second effort's good. But it's really a marathon, and we're at that point in the season where it's maybe around the 18 to 22-mile range. You're getting close to the end, but not really, and for the Ducks in Penn State, it's still a long way to go.
And for that last part, it's all about playing your best basketball leading up to March so you can make a good run in that tournament. Both teams need to get into the Big Ten Conference tournament to have a chance at March. But either way, it's really about pacing yourself, like you said, Saul. And the Ducks, they're going to have to start ramping up if they really want a shot at it.
4 seconds on the clock. Tuhina drives in, lays it in on the drive. On the other end, Cleon answering, does it. Airballs it beyond the hoop. See Philippa Tilliander, first time in the game for the Ducks. Their 15th appearance on the season. They have 6 rebounds in the loss to Minnesota. Don't see her too much, though. And now we're going to get a timeout on the fort.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
And Tilliander, rather, Sammy Wagner stealing the ball right out of Mendelson's hands. Tahina to Rambus. Wagner also in for the first time today here in the fourth quarter. And a whistle as Wagner fed it inside to Rambus.
You have to wonder if it's mission get Sarah Rambus a new career high. Want to feed her in positions to get a basket.
Dean on the inbound, Wagner. Spins her way, fade away, and gets fouled.
Player that doesn't get much action, but able to see some here in these last 3 minutes.
Ducks haven't scored 100 points since the season opener against West Georgia, 100-59. 14 points away from that, now 13 after Wagner with the free throw.
Good for her to just get on the board in this playing time she's getting.
Misses. Williams dodging it around, trying to chase it down, comes towards us, and it goes to Penn State.
That's such a tough play. It goes to show that the promise of Janiyah Williams in this Oregon team, they're going to play to the last whistle, no matter how up they are, no matter how down they are. And Williams, the freshman who's a really highly recruited recruit out of high school, choosing to come to Eugene. She believed in the process. And in her playing time, she plays hard as anyone.
Played 7 minutes in the loss to Minnesota, making more of an impact here against Penn State. Cleon. Penn State looking for something, just 9 points in the quarter, and the shot doesn't fall. Williams on the other end. Could they look to Sarah Rambus? Get her a new career high. Long, searching, gets into Rambus, trying to fight inside. Foul, the shot falls in, not gonna count. It's an offensive board, would have been 20 right there for Rambus.
Yeah, that's just a strong shoulder, and when you go into someone that hard with the shoulder and they fall to the ground, you're not gonna have that call go your way if you're Sarah Rambus.
.33-point lead for the Ducks. Steele on the other end. Almost got the shot to fall through. And for the Nittany Lions, gonna have to head back to Happy Valley and try to work something out as the second half of the season approaches. And we showed you before the schedule coming up. It's not going to get any easier. And again, this is such a tough conference to try to compete in. And Penn State has what it takes, but these wins, again, it's not going to do much if these games that they could compete in, and they did compete in the beginning, they keep dropping them.
Yeah, it's also about finishing games for them. And, you know, like you said, Big Ten Conference, it's one of the toughest in women's hoops. And the reason for that as well is, you know, the merger of, you know, these teams from the West Coast coming in. It just gives 4 really difficult programs that are historically very good at women's college basketball. It just makes it tough for a lot of these Big Ten teams, and Penn State not really benefiting from it.
They get it inside of Rambus. Can she get 20 right here? Doesn't there. Tipped out and rebounded by Penn State.
You feel the crowd. The crowd might pop if Sarah Rambus gets that one in, sensing a new career high.
Steal on the deck, and Penn State takes a timeout. Final minute 52 in this ball game. Ducks 87, Penn State with 55. Everything's been going right for the Ducks, as the Nittany Lions get a couple points there and get the deficit down to 30. And the final minute, Williams driving to the basket, cannot finish with the finger roll. Oregon is going to snap their losing streak. Murray, fans wanted to whistle. Thought maybe it was a travel. Feeds it inside. Ronnie Salovich now out to steal. You know, Coco, who's on the floor, gives it right back to the Ducks.
And Ronnie Salovich, they're good backdoor cut. You need to put that layup up. You can't pass that out to the perimeter for a shot that's not open. One you have to learn from.
Sarah Rambus on the floor with 18 to her name, searching for a new career high. And Wagner was trying to get it down low to Barho. One minute to go. Penn State not going to make any waves in the Big Ten standings. Still bottom of the conference. Indiana 0 for 8. We'll see what happens with the Hoosiers tomorrow over in Bloomington. Corner three-pointer, misses there. Wagner to grab the rebound. And up ahead, see if they get it to Rambus. Out to Barhoum, down low. Rambus in search of a new career high. She does! 20 points, a new career high for Sarah Rambus. And that might be the dagger on this ball game.
Good for Sarah Rambus. Capped off an amazing performance. A testament to Kelly Graves as well, seeing what the Ducks needed, putting her in at an early point in the game. And she's had such a good night. And they'll just dribble this one out.
And who better to dribble out than Sarah Rambus? We'll give it up to Williams. It's been a few weeks of frustration for this Oregon Duck program. But the frustration can end for now as they snap a 4-game losing streak. And the Ducks down the Lady Lions, back in the win column. A 30-point victory here at MKA and some momentum towards the second half of Big Ten play.